Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I will be teaching you how to use Blender, a free-to-download professional 3D modeling and animation software that requires a kind of beefy PC. Let's get right into it. I'm Popping Productions, a 3D animator and Photoshopper. I use Blender for adding 3D models and animations to balloon stages, modifiers, or mods, which change how the game is played and adds tons of new fun features such as new towers or boss battles. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So first of all, we are going to learn how to view the simulation. So you see your simulation through your viewport. For example, the first thing you see in your simulation is this light gray cube, along with this camera up here, which you can use to view your simulation from a different perspective. If you click this camera view button, you can view it from right there. Right up here, and you got this weird 6-pointed thing. This is how you can rotate your view in the simulation, and it's very helpful for like turning around your view. You can use the scroll button on your mouse to like zoom in and zoom out, and you can also use this magnifying glass to zoom in and out. You can use this this hand over here to change the location of your view in the viewport. That's the basics of viewing it, along with these weird looking spherical things up here. This one is the solid view, just like the normal solid view for your objects and stuff. We have wireframe, which essentially is just like viewing your meshes and objects in your simulation as just wires. Material view, which can be used if your objects have different colors, such as, let's say this cube is red. If it's in solid mode, you just see it as gray, but if it's in material mode, it's red. If you just go up here into the top right, you see this little add button. You click on that, and within this menu, click on mesh. You can select from all these different kinds of meshes, such as this sphere, and you can add to your simulation. And yeah, pretty cool and stuff. Basic mesh transformation. Transforming meshes is a simple but fundamental part of Blender and Blender animation. Just select your mesh, go to the left side of the viewport, like right over here in this area, and click on these. This one is to move your object, so like sliding it around and stuff. Drippy, bro. This one is to rotate it. Look at that, it's a rotating sphere. Wee wee. And size, to change its size as well. Wee 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 wee. There's also this other weird mode, which is basically just all three of them in one, but I don't really like it because it can get kind of confusing with all of them overlapped and stuff. Now, if you want to edit your mesh's vertices, that's not that hard either. All you gotta do is select it and go up here from this object mode, in between this like grid thing, by the view, and under render, click on object mode or whatever it is, and click on edit mode. Or you can just click tab, and it automatically does it. And now you can change how your mesh looks to each of its vertices, which are these little things. This is one vertice, while the entire thing is a mesh. For example, if I clicked on this piece right here, went over here as well, I could move this individual vertice, and now we got a spiky ball. Big spiky balls, my favorite. How to apply textures to your meshes in Blender. This is really important because it changes how they look, and it can make it a lot better if you have good textures. But how do you even do it? Well, essentially, what you gotta do is you gotta go down into the bottom right, into this checkerboard red looking sphere thing labeled material, or material properties. Click on that, and you'll get this little menu thing over here. You're going to want to click on this little plus sign called add material slot, and now you got a new material slot. This is the thing that's going to log all of the information for our texture, and click on new. So now we have a nice little menu over here in which we can change how the sphere looks. So all we gotta do is we gotta click on this base color here, and we can change its color as well, which is kind of cool. But if you do want to see the texture, make sure you click on the viewport shading material preview mode, which is this checkerboard up here on the 4 spheres, and you can view how your object looks with its texture. But if you want to use an image texture, it's slightly more complicated. Right on this colored bar, go to the yellow circle right beside it, and this massive menu, go under texture, and click on image texture. Then go back here, right under image texture, you can click on open, and you're going to want to select one of these files. If it's on like your desktop of your personal computer, then you would go over here to the left into system and click on desktop, find the name of your image and click on it. So now our sphere has an image of Blender on it. Oh my God! Which I don't know about you, but that looks pretty cool and also weird at the same time. You finished chapter 1, which is the basics and stuff. Now we're into rigging and animation. So, first of all, you're gonna want to know how to use keyframes to make extremely basic animations, in which you're just taking something and making it so that when time passes in your simulation, it changes from one point to the other automatically, or it rotates automatically, or it changes size automatically, or stuff like that. So essentially what you want to do is you're going to be using your timeline here. You can just click up here and move that up. This is your timeline. This is where all of your transformations will take place. I kind of like to call it the 4th dimension. Yeah, because you know, like they're like the 4th dimension this time. But how do you even use keyframes? How do you like make it so that an object changes its position or size or rotation over a period of time? Well, all you gotta do is click on this little gray circle here called auto keying, and now it's a blue circle. You take your little blue line or scrubber thing down here. This is your scrubber. This changes your position on the timeline. Set it to like 0 or something. Then click on the object you want to change its position. Click on one of these 3-dimension changer things, such as move, rotate, or scale, and change its size by some amount. Now go back to your timeline, move your scrubber to another point on the timeline, such as right there, and change your size or whatever you want to as well on your animation, and move your scrubber back to the 0th frame and click on the rightmost facing play button, and you should see your object changing size or position or whatever. And that's pretty cool if you ask me. I mean, look at that. It's automatically getting smaller as it goes. That's like so cool and skibbity, right? yeah, no, it sucks. It sucks badly. Anywho, pretty much everything you need to know, except for one more really important thing that can be helpful with animation sometimes. It is called parenting. This basically means that when one object moves in Blender, the other one moves as well. What do you want to do to achieve this? Select your child object, or the object that you want the parent moving object to influence. Then click the object you want it to parent to. For example, this red cube here, and I'm going to right click, then I go down to parent and I click on object, so that now these are both parented, in which if I move the child one, it just moves by itself, but if I move the red cube, it moves both of them at the same time, which is super cool, because if I make it so that this thing rotates there, then it also rotates here in the beginning I could make it so that it kind of slams down or like orbits around it, which is super omega duper cool and stuff, right? Well, good job on making it this far. I hope you're able to animate in Blender to some extent using this tutorial, but if you have any more questions or concerns, contact me at nopopopopopper@gmail.com or ask questions in my Discord server linked down below in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in 20 years, because that's probably when I'll upload my next video into this channel. Bye.
Let go, woman,